Today's episode, we'll be talking about what are the licenses you need to start a catering business in India specifically. It starts with broadly three different components. Starting first with setting up your business entity. Now, the business entity, we'll be having a separate episode on that completely, but I'll just give you a quick insight that first you need to register your company in India to open up a current account. For that, you need to choose between either a proprietorship, a private limited company, an LLP, and a partnership. Each one of them has different pros and different cons. But depending on the kind of business, you need to get your company registration done. Second, you need to get your tax registration done, which is with respect to the GST, what is applicable in India at 5% in the catering category. Now that's a prerequisite. If you're doing a turnover less than 20 lakhs, you don't need a GST. But anywhere as your company is growing about 20 lakhs, you need a GST irrespective. A lot of times during working with corporates, you'll face this issue of a lot of corporates asking you to take a GST, even in spite of the fact that you don't have a turnover above 20 lakhs. But I always recommend someone to take it. Reason being that it really is your point of entry into any corporate or a large event management company idea of sorts. So third comes is basically the food registration, which is the most important registration you need to have as part of your business. So there's an appellate body called Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, which has three basic slabs of food registration. Starting first with food small FBO registration, which is basically small food business operator registration, which is a basic document you need if you're doing a turnover of less than 12 lakhs. It is applicable to hawkers, independent restaurants, and to caterers also. And the only thing you need is that it has very basic minimal cost, around 500,000 bucks to register, but you need that to be under the FSSAI database. So that is first. The moment your turnover passes 12 lakhs, you need to shift over to something called state food license, which is a state FSSAI license. What you need to take when your turnover exceeds 12 lakhs, wherein which a person from the FSSAI team might be coming to your kitchen and he'll do an audit and he'll extend you a license irrespective. But most importantly, you need to understand that there are a lot of times wherein which the licensing officer might not also come. So you need not worry on it. But if you think you're doing a turnover about 12 lakhs or 15 lakhs, you must consider getting into an FSSAI registration. Also, one very, very important thing, that it is a prerequisite to again enter any large event company or a corporate you might be working for. So these are the broadly three kind of licenses you need to start a catering business in India. Otherwise, you have multiple other licenses, but in the catering industry, the benefit you have is that you are omnipresent. And like I said, sometimes you might have a kitchen, sometimes you might not have a kitchen. You'll be working with a partner kitchen. So it is always advisable that you explore the possibility of two things besides the three licenses I told you. One is a health trade license, which is issued by any state authority, starting from an MCD to a BMC, which is the Bombay Municipal Corporation. Then in Tamil Nadu, there's a different state corporation. So it's recommended to have that license, but only once you think you have a relatively large number of orders running and your kitchen is in an area which has tremendous scrutiny happening by the police authorities or anyone from the municipal corporation. But initially, I would not recommend it till the time you're not doing a stable business. Lastly, one very important, I won't say it's a license, but it's more like a remedy. What I recommend to a lot of people, that you must explore the possibility of getting an MSME registration done, which is basically a registration issued by the micro, small, and medium enterprises segment, wherein which they can indemnify you against any corporate delays or payments if you might be having. So that's the fifth license I might recommend you. But otherwise, if you have the first three, they're the prerequisite for you to start a business in India. Otherwise, the rest two you can go about that once you have a stable business. I'll be covering a separate